reproductive system. So as you can see in this male reproductive system also, children, just see the diagram carefully. In the male reproductive system, so male reproductive system, it mainly consists of the testes. It consists of the testes. So as you can see, the testes are present below the penis. Now these testes are responsible for the production of sperms. We can ask you the question, what is the use of testes? What is the function of testes? The testes are responsible for the production of sperms. Okay, all the sperms, they are produced and they are stored inside the testes. Now testes are 2 in number. Okay, they are present in the abdominal cavity and they are present inside a sac. You can see in the picture also a sac is there. Okay, a sac, a pocket like structure is there. So that is called scrotum. So testes are present inside the scrotum. So the body temperature, the testes are at the temperature is 2 to 3 degree lower than that of body. Here the temperature, if our body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, then near to the testes the temperature is approximately 35 degree Celsius. So why the temperature is low? Because that is the most suitable temperature for the production of sperms. So that is why the temperature is low. So we can ask you the question, why the temperature is 2 to 3 degree lower near to the testes? Because the sperms production occur at the low temperature. Now the testes, they also contain from here the production of sperm is occurring. Now you can see this tube like structure. This tube like structure is called sperm duct. This tube like structure is called sperm duct. Now sperm duct, what is the function of sperm duct? Whatever the sperms are producing inside the testes, the sperm duct is responsible for carrying the sperms to the urine, this sperm duct is responsible for carrying the sperms, and through the opening of the penis, the sperms, they are released outside the body. Now you can also see seminal vesicle. This is a seminal vesicle. So what is the function of that seminal vesicle? Seminal vesicle, they are the gland. Okay, they are just like the gland. That sperm duct, they unite with the urethra. Okay, now the seminal vesicle produce a secretion which serve as the medium of transport of the sperms. It is also a medium for the transportation of the sperms. The seminal vesicle produce a secretion which serves as the, because it is a gland. So what it will do? Seminal vesicle, it will produce the secretion. So through that secretion from the sperm duct, the sperms, they pass, and that mixture of the fluid and the sperm is called semen. So at the base of the urinary bladder, you can see here also, this is a urinary bladder, and from the base of the urinary bladder, 2 glands are there. One is the prostate gland and second is the Cowper's gland. So what is the function of prostate gland? Again, because it is a gland again, so it also produces a secretion into the semen, so that it becomes liquid and it can easily pass through the urethra. Cowper's gland. So Cowper glands are the 2 glands, you can see in the picture also. So these are the 2 glands below the prostate glands, and these serves as a lubricant. Lubricant means they help the sperm to slip. So their function, they act as a lubricant. So we can ask you the question, what is the function of Cowper's gland? What is the function of prostate gland? So prostate glands, they pour the alkaline secretion into the semen, and the Cowper's gland, they produce a lubricant. Now the urethra passes through the penis and carries the urine and the sperm. So urethra is the responsible for carrying the sperms. This carry from in the urine and the semen. Now the question arises here, what is a semen? So you can see in the book also, what is semen? It is a mixture of sperm and the secretions which are produced by the seminal vesicle, prostate gland and the Cowper's gland. So sperms, what are these? They are the mixture of the secretion from the seminal vesicle, prostate gland, Cowper's gland. Semen is milky white in color and in an average amount it is 2 to 3 ml in a single ejaculation. Ejaculation means when it comes out from the body, and that semen contains approximate 2 crores or 4 crores of sperms at a time. So this is all about the male reproductive system. Now the last topic of this chapter is the fertilization. Now as we know children, the sperms are there, ovum is there. So as the sperms enters inside the vagina, as the sperms enters inside the vagina, you can see in the picture vagina is here. So they move from the vagina through the oviduct inside the ovaries. So when they reach to the ovaries, their fertilization occur. Fertilization means one cell of sperm, second is of ovum. They unite together and they form a cell, that is 2N, and that is also called as zygote. Zygote means both the cell together, they come and they form a single cell, that is a zygote. So that whole process occurs inside the oviducts, because the ovary releases the eggs reaches to the oviduct, and the sperms, they enter from the vagina and they reach to the oviduct. So they get fertilized, and that process is called, the act of fusion is called fertilization. Now the second topic is implantation. So what is that implantation? Implantation means when the fertilized egg, when the zygote is formed, so the soon it start developing, and by the time it reaches the uterus, a small ball of numerous cell is formed. Suppose this is a zygote and this is a 2 cells are present over here. Now slowly and slowly there is a division of cell inside the zygote. So during that process, when there is a production of numerous cells are there, so the embryo forms a pit in the wall of the uterus and get fixed in it. Okay, the fertilized egg, it get fixed inside that wall, and this is a natural way. So this natural way of fixing an embryo in the wall of the uterus is called implantation, and this produces the stage of pregnancy. When the embryo get implanted inside the uterus, so that is called pregnancy. And if the sperms are not able to enter inside the ovum, so it means the pregnancy has not occurred. Now the next is the growth. Growth means a type of irreversible increase in the size and weight of an individual during the process of development. So when the size, the weight is increasing, so as we know that there is a formation of a embryo. Now slowly and slowly that embryo will grow in size. The inner division will occur, many cells will start forming. So that is a growth, when there is an increase in the size as well as the weight of that individual during the process of development. So in the growth process, a single fertilized egg, therefore the zygote, divides and many cells formed. Okay, so when there is a production of many cells, so each cell is responsible for making different tissue. As we know, the cells, they divide to form a tissue. So when division is occurring and there is a formation of different cells, so this process is called differentiation. Now the cells, they are forming a tissue, and tissues, they form the organ, and the organ forms the organ system, and then there is a formation of embryo. So embryo, it develops inside the mother's womb, and then it becomes a baby or the fetus. So by the end of 5 weeks of pregnancy, 5 weeks of pregnancy means approximate 40 days of pregnancy, the embryo is quite in an advanced stage. So during that period, the heart, the circulatory system is formed inside the embryo, and after 2 months the limbs are formed, and the complete baby is all the organs, they develop within the 3 months, and slowly after the 4th month, with the starting of the 4th month, the increase in those organ occurs, and then there is a formation of a new baby. So now the birth. So full term for the development of an embryo in the uterus is called gestation. Okay, so whole process, 1st month, 2nd month, 3rd month, 4th month is going on inside the body. So when this process is going inside the body, inside the uterus, it is called gestation. So we can ask you the question also, what is gestation? So gestation, it is the development of an embryo in the uterus. That full period is called gestation. Now it lasts at least for 280 days, that is completely 9 months. So after that, the time of the birth, the baby is pushed out with the head oozing out first by the powerful contraction of the muscles of the uterus through the vagina. So as the baby is formed inside the oviduct, okay, here the baby has formed, and when the baby is formed over here, so slowly the baby has developed inside the body at the uterus, and then it will come out from the body through the vagina. So near to the vagina, there is a continuous muscular contraction during the birth, and at that time, that contraction of muscles of the uterus through the vagina, it are responsible for taking out the baby from the body. So this is all about the chapter, children. Very important chapter, because that chapter will continue with you in class 10 also, and if you are going to take biology in your 11th and 12th, the same chapter will be repeated with a little more topics. So just read the chapter carefully, and this time the question answers will be on board pattern. So please go through your chapters properly, and the exam is also offline. So you have to come to the school to give the exam. So read your chapter carefully, make your personal notes, underline each and every line, whatever you are thinking that these are the important points, and then prepare for your exams. Thank you, children.